Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make falafel or ta'amiya as we like to call it. So I'm using some dried chickpeas. I buy them dried because it's just my preference, and then I soak them overnight. You can soak them for 6 to 8 hours, or easier, just leave them on the counter overnight, and then in the morning just drain them and give them a little bit of a wash. And now we're going to grind or process these chickpeas now to make the falafel dough. Now I'm going to use a meat grinder, which is a manual meat grinder. You can definitely use a food processor if your food processor is big enough. We're going to grind them till they are like a little bit like we will see. Now we have some fresh coriander and some fresh dill. Very important. The dill is what gives this falafel its unique taste. Okay, so also I have 1 clove of garlic and a half onion because I have around 2.5 to 3 cups of chickpeas here. So this is what I like to use. You can use more cloves of garlic, you can use more onions. Now we come to the magic, which is some sesame seeds, coriander seeds that I roast them a little bit over a dry pan, and then I just use the pestle and mortar to grind them a little bit because I like to eat them, crush into them. Now we have another ground coriander and ground cumin and a little bit of chilies. And now here, these are the two secrets to a nice fluffy falafel. I have baking soda and baking powder. The baking powder helps with like the fluff, and the baking soda helps with just like the I don't know. I think it's just like it helps that the chickpeas cook well. So it just tenderize the chickpeas. That is the word for it. Okay, now I'm going to take all of these things and I'm going to put them in the meat grinder that I have. I'm going to also grind them twice. I'm not going to add the spices yet. So the first time that we grind only the chickpeas, and then we grind for the second time the chickpeas with the fresh herbs and the onions, the onion and the garlic. So I just prefer to give them like two times of grinding, but you can do whatever you want, to be honest. With falafel, some people like it to be a little bit coarse and some people like it to be like a little bit nice and smooth. So people might go for a third time. Like, I don't know. I like them 2 times. Now, how do we know it's ready? We just hold like a little bit in our hand and squeeze it, and if it just clumps together, that means that it's ready. I will mix everything together and I'm going to leave them for around 20 to 30 minutes, just for the to give some time for the chickpeas to soak a little bit of the water of the herbs and the onions as well, and this will make it even more tender and will just give it a taste as well, just like let these marinate together kind of. Now after 20 minutes, and I cover them, after 20 minutes I decided I'm going to use the air fryer. We usually fry them in loads of oil, but I think I was just lazy or I just wanted to try and see how they're going to taste with the air fryer. Now we add the spices, including the baking soda and the baking powder. And make sure that you add the baking soda and baking powder only like 10 to 15 minutes before you actually fry. And now we add a little bit of, we season, we add like pepper and black pepper and like salt and all. Now I put a parchment paper or a baking paper on the bottom of the air fryer, which I don't think is necessary, but I was just using it for the first time. So now, and I'm going to brush some oil on the falafel and put them there. And my air fry, I'm going to air fry them for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. Um, you could you can definitely do around 180 for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You can just play around with it, and you have to flip them halfway. Now they're ready. It turned out to be very good with the air fryer, and I'm serving them here with something that we call tuga, just like another mix of spices. One day I'll tell you what, and some chili sauce. This is our signature Sudanese sauce, and a little bit of feta cheese. And I hope you try this recipe and you like it. And thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.